What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Average Guys Gourmet. I'm Tony Rican, and today I've got something simply amazing for you guys. I'm gonna make a chorizo sweet potato queso burrito. This thing is awesome. So let's just go and get started and jump right into this one. Now to start this one, you're going to want to prep your sweet potatoes. There's a couple ways you could do this. You're going to go ahead and boil some water, drop the potatoes in, get that cooking started. I'm going to go with a little bit of a quicker, little bit of a simpler way. I'm going to take my sweet potatoes. I'm just going to go ahead and stab them a little bit with a fork all over. I'm going to go ahead and pop them in the microwave for about 5 minutes. And when they come out, I'm going to go ahead and dice them up. Then we'll move over to the stovetop to really start cooking this one up. So now that my potatoes are ready and I diced those up, we're ready to actually start cooking this one. Over here on the stovetop, I've got my pan heating up. I'm going to take my chorizo, I'm going to start to brown this and break it up. As it's browning, I'm going to go ahead and add my onions and my diced poblano peppers. Once my chorizo was nice and browned and my vegetables, those onions and the poblanos, started to get tender, I went ahead and I removed that from the heat, wiped down the pan, and I'm getting ready for the next step. I'm going to take some oil here in a pan that I'm heating up. I'm going to let this get nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead and put those sweet potatoes in there and let them start to brown up. I'm going to cook them for, say, about 8 to 10 minutes. As my sweet potatoes are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper these to my tastes. And now, with only about a minute or two left on the cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add in my chopped cilantro and let that cook in just a little bit. Now, once those potatoes are all cooked, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat. I'm going to take my chorizo, my onions, and my poblanos, put that in, and mix this all together. Now, it's time to go ahead and start making my queso for my burritos. Again, I've got some oil heating up in my pan here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start sauteing some diced jalapenos along with some diced onion. Now, as my onions and jalapenos start to get tender, I'm going to go ahead and add in my cheese. Now, I've got a mixture of pepper jack cheese and white American. I'm just going to let this start to melt down. Now that my cheese is almost all the way melted, I'm going to go ahead and add my half and half. Now you can add as much as a half a cup, but adding a little bit more, that's what's going to give you a desired consistency. Obviously a little bit less is going to give you a thicker queso, a little bit more is going to give you a thinner, more runny queso. Now I'm going to start adding in my diced tomato, my cilantro, and a little black pepper to my taste. And there we go. We're ready to put these burritos together. Now I've got my tortilla. I heat it up in the microwave. You can do this in the skillet, microwave, however you want to heat it up. I'm going to take a nice heaping spoonful of my chorizo and potato mixture. Probably about maybe 3/4 of a cup or a cup. I'm going to take some of my nice queso I just made. This is all melty and hot. Look at this. It's just getting everywhere. So let's go ahead and put a bunch of this in here. Oh yeah. And then we're just gonna go ahead and roll this and close this up. I'm gonna fold it over once, bring these in, and finish rolling this. And there you go. My burrito's all set. But you know what? We can't just look at these. We gotta take one. And just dig right in. These things are amazing. That spice from the chorizo and that queso is offset by that sweet potato. This is an awesome, unique tasting little burrito. So go ahead and like, share, subscribe, give this one a try, and we'll see you guys next time.